Plaintiff Taryn Clark met the defendant when they were incarcerated, and they became good friends. After Taryn was released, he continued to visit the defendant in jail and even bonded him out. Taryn claims after he was released, the defendant got arrested again while doing drugs in Taryn's car. And then he assaulted Taryn and held a knife to his throat, so he's suing. Defendant Daniel Page admits he befriended Taryn in jail because he felt sorry for him. But he claims the only reason Taryn bailed him out of jail was because he wanted to have sex with him. Daniel claims after Taryn propositioned him for sex, Daniel rejected him and refused to be his friend. And then Taryn started harassing him, so he's countersuing.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case. Your Honor, we're here for three basic things: to seek the truth, to seek justice, and to reclaim my name and my self-dignity. An interesting fact that no one really knew about my family is my family is very wealthy in this country. My half descendants of my family are from Thomas Jefferson, the president of this country. There's a book called A President in the Family. His name is Byron Woodson. He's our cousin. Okay? I own 5 companies in Missouri.
Okay.
I own OMG Investments, OMGinvestmentscorp.com. I own a university, Omega University. And I also own a church, Alpha Omega Church.
No, you don't.
I'm the CEO of my sister's company. And I also represent my best friend, Steve Earnhardt. He owns Hollywood Secrets. That's what a true friend is.
All right. Now, let me allow him to tell me some background on the case and on himself. Go right ahead.
Thank you, sir. Let's just get straight to the point.
How many companies you have?
I don't own none. I play hockey for a living.
Well, who are you a descendant of?
Well, there
He
is
said Thomas Jefferson. The only way you can top that is George Washington. Go ahead. I'll let you tell
I'll give a round of applause. I'll give a round of applause on that one.
I'll let you tell me whatever you want me to know.
My mom was able to come up with some. My family was part of the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Okay.
John Coulter. And there's a street very known in St. Louis called Page Avenue, which is my last name, was named after me.
Gotcha.
Now, very short.
Where's your street?
You don't have that. It's called Clark Street downtown.
Now,
it's called Clark Street.
Let me go ahead and get straight. I'm going to get straight to the point, okay?
By the way, you're the only guy with a real street around here.
That is true. I don't want to brag about it, but the former housing projects I grew up in, when they were rehabilitating it or renewing it, they did name a street after me. But I don't have 5 businesses. And I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson. So
you know what?
That pales in the face of his achievement.
Judge, the only reason why I'm here, okay, is because of the fact that he wants to sit here and put false allegations on me. Now, me and Mr. Clark, we met in the St. Louis County Jail. All right. There are people there making fun of him because he has a flamboyant accent. I go up in the crowd or whatever. I started asking one of the guys there, why is everybody laughing? Why is this guy down in the dumps? He's this and he's that. So, I'm not the kind of person to judge.
Let me allow him to give me the back. So far, I've heard from you. You met in jail. And what happened?
Well, the thing is, Danny was someone that I spotted in jail that I saw needed help. I gave him my food when I was in jail. I befriended him. And so when I got out of jail, I came to visit Danny in jail. I put money on his books. That's where our friendship, the quasi-friendship I thought we had started. But that's beside the point. But after Danny got out of jail, which after he left Clayton and went to Florissant, I bonded him out of jail for $300.
Which he bonded me out because he wanted to have sex with me.
All right.
Okay, so Danny, you know what?
He never asked while you all were in jail?
Well, at the time, I kept asking him if he was gay.
And I said no.
And he said no.
And
which was a lie.
Quiet, sir.
Let me finish.
Let me finish.
And with me going up and asking the guy why you guys making fun of him, I told them, you guys need to stop making fun of him. Mm-hmm. He's just a normal human being. Okay. So I went up to him, I was like, I'll be your friend. Okay? You ain't got nobody else here. Everybody's got you pinned against the wall and everything. But me, I'm gonna sit here, I'll be your friend. All right? If you need somebody to talk to me. But are you gay? No. No, which is a lie. He is, sir.
Well,
Please
Danny,
continue.
you know what?
Please continue.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Sir. I mean, what difference does it
Yeah,
make?
what does
Why
that
is
make? Who
this
cares?
relevant?
Most of the world is gay. Get into the world. Please, whatever. I'm serious. No, because don't go. I'm not going there because that's the issue. That's no, off the subject. That's off the subject. Sorry.
Don't
It's
say
okay.
maybe in
No.
jail, you might be right. Go ahead, sir.
You know,
Go ahead.
all
What else you
character
want?
assassination is not who I am.
You
That's
bailed him out for
that's a sign of a
$300.
child. I'm not a child. Anyway, okay. So after Danny got out of jail in Florissant, he called me and said, Taryn, can I come to your house? I have nowhere to stay. At that point, I said, you know what, this is my friend, the person I called my best friend, which he also called me his best friend.
No, I didn't. I slept on the
Quiet,
couch.
sir.
Danny, you know what, please, respect me.
No.
Go ahead. ahead,
So basically, from that point, probably 6 months, he slept in my house every day. I bought him food. I paid his cell phone bills. I bought him clothes. Gave him my clothes.
No, you didn't.
I picked him up every time he called me at 3 o'clock in the morning to come pick him up from his friends' houses all over St. Louis. I had to be running out of my bed every morning to
Why
come
were
pick
you
him
doing
up.
all this?
Because I am a Christian. I'm a God-fearing person, and when I see people in need, I help them. That's what my mother taught me.
Good.
Okay, so but then it's like Danny was arrested in my car, which I let him borrow.
For what?
For doing drugs in my car with 2 girls.
And did
Okay,
you
he got
have to
arrested
bail
by
him
car.
out then?
Well, no, he got my car impounded, so I had to pay to get him out, my car out of impound.
How much?
$275.
We have $275 for the car, $300 for the bail. What else?
Well, then there was another time that Danny got arrested in St. Anne, Missouri. So I put my car up as a Missouri title loan to bail him out because his grandfather said, I don't want to bail him out.
Okay.
So I put up another $375 to bail Danny.
$375 for the second bail.
Yes.
Okay.
Then also, that's not even the beginning of it, because Danny
Get to the point.
Danny was the type of person that, you know, he took advantage of my friendship. He assaulted me, and he will deny this, but I came to his, you know, to pick him up. He got mad at me. He headbutted me in my head, gave me 8 stitches. I had to go to the hospital. The first thing he didn't even say is sorry. He said, take me home. I don't want to get arrested.
Okay.
But then the last time we met was the Super Bowl of 2008, and he held a knife to my throat and said, I'm going to kill you. That's what Danny did to me, the person I called my best friend.
Okay.
You can deny it all you want to, but the thing is about truth.
I'm gonna deny it.
You need to
Sir,
be truthful with
the
yourself.
assault and battery. The assault and battery, how much are you asking for that?
It's $2,400, which my bills were, actually my medical bills were a lot more than that, was $2,400.
All right. What loans are you suing him for?
Loans
Is that
for
the
the-
bail and the car and the 2 bills?
All the collect
and-
calls, the many collect calls he called my house from St. Louis County Jail, from St. Anne. Ever since November when he got out of jail, I paid for his food, his cell phones, everything. I took care of
And
it.
he agreed to repay you?
On the telephone at St. Anne, which is recorded in a jail, he promised to pay me
Yeah,
back.
I agree.
Okay.
This is the receipts from all the bonds. This are the reports from the hospital where he busted my head.
Okay.
This is the police report from Bridgeton when he admitted that he stole my car. I had no intention of returning it. These are the reports from the Bridgeton police report. These are my titles. This is all my evidence. So basically, Danny, whatever.
All right. Let me allow him to defend himself.
To him, this ain't friendship. He wants something back in return. Not the first time, but he bonded me out the second time. St. Anne, right? The first time, I didn't ask him to bond me out. I just wanted to do my time. The first day, okay, cops coming in, I'm locking my cell. What are you doing, man? I'm here to do my time, you know? Well, the money's already been put up. Now, I wonder who bonded me out. They open the garage, I'm walking out. He's leaning against his car, like, you know, hey, you know, your best friend's here.
Did
I'm
you
like,
agree to
okay.
repay him?
No, not the first time. The second time I did. He binds me out and he comes at me and he's like, you owe me. Oh, I can pay your money. Oh no, I don't want that. He's got other things on his mind. He asked me, can you perform oral sex on me? I'm like, no. I'm gonna stop hanging out with you now. So of course, when I tell him this, he goes crazy. He shows up randomly at friends' houses of mine, which he was not invited to.
That's your harassment counterclaim?
That's the harassment
Go ahead.
counterclaim. And then the emotional distress part is the words that he uses whenever I'm around. I'm like, dude, I ain't cool with you no more, okay?
Like what type of words?
Oh, are you gonna come home with me tonight?
I have never said that, Danny.
Let me finish. Don't talk this way, talk that way.
Go ahead, sir.
So I was like,
Yeah, you need to listen to him. He's been in court a lot. He knows what he's doing. Now, he might not know all the things that you know and all these businesses, but there's one thing he knows about a court. So you listen to him when it comes to court. He's been in there a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
So he would show up at my grandpa's house, my girlfriend's house, my friend's house, even my mom's house. So all of a sudden, my family thinks I'm gay. My friends think I'm gay. And it all comes down to, you know how people can get if they really want to get to you. Oh, you're gay. That really irks me. I don't like to be called gay.
Oh.
So
I don't care what people call me. Names don't hurt me.
With him showing up, it starts off a base level to where everybody can start, oh, you're gay. I ain't gay. So
all
now
right, you said it 3 times.
I'm just trying to get my
adamant about that.
I'm really trying to make a point here.
All right. Okay, trying to make a point. Can I respond to that, please?
No, you can't.
Go ahead, sir.
And
hold on. What did you want to
respond to the fact that, I bond him out of jail to have relations with him? That's a lie, because you know what? Danny, I asked you one time and you said no. I respected that. But I do believe it is you as the person that said, I will let you do whatever you want to if you pay my cell phone bill.
Oh.
Then I was like, whatever.
You just said you approached him.
I asked him first time because everybody goes through a phase. What
type of phase?
To be honest with you, I was a virgin. I didn't even kiss a girl until I was 28 years old.
So what type of phase are you referring to?
I was curious phase. In college, everybody has a curious phase, but that was a phase in my life that I went through.
Everybody doesn't have the same curiosity.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying, but no, Danny, the fact that I'm trying to make here is Danny approached me after that and said that he wants to do that. So if you want, I'm not going to assassinate anybody because gay, straight, whatever, I could care less about that. I don't have time for that. Danny, if you were truthfully yourself, you would admit the fact that I'm not going to go here, but you just pulled off the gloves. We had relations together, and you don't even go there because we had relations. So if you said that you're not gay, you're lying to yourself. I could care less about that.
The assault and battery, sir. What do you want to say to that?
He's lying because the documents that you hold in front of you, they don't have no police report with my name on it. They don't have my name anywhere on the bill, or even with, where's the eyewitnesses at?
Sir,
where's the witness?
Question, Danny, were you with me the night we went to the Ball Hospital? And you're under perjury. You're in a penalty of perjury.
Sir,
were you with?
Why didn't you go to the police?
Because you know what? I have a forgiving heart, because like I said, I'm a Christian. That's the whole reason why I gave all this money to Danny, because he needed my help at that time.
You're not forgiving today.
I'm not forgiving. I'm not, because I'm at that point in my life where I'm a 32-year-old man where he's a child, and he needs to take responsibility for his actions and grow up.
Stealing a motor vehicle, you press charges against him.
That's another thing. He begged me not to press charges against him.
But you did.
No, I didn't press charges. I said, Danny.
Yes, you did.
You filed this
police report. I filed a police report, but Danny said, Taryn, please drop this case, so I dropped it.
You didn't file a police report when he beat you so much that you had to go to the doctor.
Because I was in an emotional state. I was crying, driving. Danny was like, take me home.
All right, but later, the next day, they'll take a report. They'll take a report when you get well.
I tried to file the report. They said, Taryn, if you file this report, he'll be put back in jail. And I said, I don't want that. You didn't know that
when you filed the one about stealing cars?
I didn't know that because he stole my car. He even admits.
And he beat you down.
He did.
You're not practicing anymore.
No, I'm getting married November 6th, so I can care less about that. That lifestyle's over.
I'm just curious because a lot of people are confused about sexual orientation. A lot of people believe, and some scientific studies have said, that homosexuality is, for the most part, linked to biology. The hypothalamus. You're born in that manner.
The hypothalamus is bigger than a male who's gay than a person who's straight.
Just trying to get an understanding, because a lot of people are confused. A lot of people are homophobic. A lot of people discriminate. And I want to make sure that people have a good understanding of sexual orientations, so we don't see discrimination, so that we don't see homophobia, and so we don't see misunderstanding. All right? That's what I'm asking. With regard to the judgment, sir, you haven't proven that he is the one that assaulted and battered you. You have no evidence that he did other than hospital reports, and I'm not sure he's the one that did that. I will grant you your loan and your bail monies, because I believe he does owe you for that. That would be $2,000 in loans and $600 in bail money. $2,600 is your judgment. Sir, you say he harassed you by coming, asking for his money, alleging also that he embarrassed you by saying, by
Will you come home with
presenting
me?
himself as gay, and you were ridiculed as a result. Sir, you all were friends for a number of years. You accepted his gifts for a number of years. So I'm not going to grant you a judgment because your friends found out that you were a very close friend and accepted gifts from a gay man. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Let's just say money can't buy everything.
Yeah, and I just say, Danny, you need to grow up and take responsibility because your grandfather will not be around forever. So grow up.
You don't bring my grandfather in this.